Hi, I'm Tiffany, and this is brokegirlaesthetic. On this channel, I do budget-friendly DIYs, thrift flips and hauls, trashy treasures, and more. In today's video, I'm going to attempt to recreate 3 different Valentine DIYs that I've seen recently. So stick around and let's see how I do trying to copy some other designs. For today's video, I am doing 3 different Valentine crafts. And I gotta say, this is the first time in my life I've ever made anything for Valentine's Day a month ahead. But I've got all of my supplies here doing 3 projects with all of these things, and I'll go ahead and get into it. Here I've got 2 bags from the Dollar Tree. They're the grapevine hearts, and I'm going to make a garland. I had seen on the Anthropologie website that there was a heart garland. I'll show the picture now. And I just thought it was super cute. It's $48. And then I saw that Jamie, the crafty DIY guy, recently had done a heart garland too. So I was like, well, if I see these at my store, I want to go ahead and get them and see if I can recreate the one from Anthropologie too. So as you can tell, they're not quite the same shape. So I'm just sorting through these to find how I can vary the sizes and shapes of them and make it look a little more cohesive. I had actually gone back out to Dollar Tree to pick up another pack of these and some of this floral wire, but they didn't have any more of the hearts, so oh well. So I'm just going to use this floral wire from the Dollar Tree to put these all together. I have those 2 right here. They will be on the ends because they're not really shaped very well. And as you can see, I tried to do them with a staggered size, kind of like that Anthropologie one. So I'm just going to go ahead and wire these all together. Now I'm just putting them together, the last pieces here, just using that thin floral wire from the Dollar Tree to put it all together. Nothing fancy. It's really pretty easy. I just wrapped it around a few times just to make sure it was pretty secure and kept it all on the, on the same side. So like I have it back and front. And it's not quite like the Anthropologie one. I did find some grapevine bits that I use, which you'll see at the end for the hangers, but I think it's pretty cute and definitely something I can keep up all year. This video is part of the Let's Dupe It challenge hosted by Crafts with Ash DIY and Decor. And we'll make sure to leave her link and the link to the playlist in my description box below. And I think this is the first time I've actually joined this challenge, so I'm pretty excited. Yeah, it's going to be fun. So let me go ahead and get back into the crafts. This one I'm using some Jenga blocks, and I'm making a smaller version of something I saw that Danielita AF, the crafty mixologist, had made on her channel. And I'll show you that right here. And she's using some larger canvases and she hand painted hers. I don't have any of that, so I'm going to glue these Jenga blocks together and I will paint them all with Waverly chalk paint and white. And yeah, I'm just making 4 little squares, kind of squares, as square as they can get, I guess. They're what, 3 inches by 2.5 inches or something like that. So I'm just going to go ahead and glue these together in sets of 3, making 4 blocks each. There are my blocks, and next they'll be painted white, a little bit different than what she had done with hers. And I'm using my Cricut to cut out the letters and the lips, because I don't paint not like that. So I'm just using I think this is the Paper Source vinyl from Hobby Lobby. I'm just cutting out the letters V and E out of black and the lips in red. So I'll just go ahead and get these weeded out and apply them to the blocks. So speeding up through this, I'm just transferring these vinyls to my little blocks. Just use some contact paper for the transfer tape. Nothing big. Tore a little piece there, but it's fine. So those are done. Now I'm going to use the crimson and the ink colors in the Waverly chalk paint. And I'm going to do the little spatter effect. Now, I don't have an old toothbrush or anything, so I'm just using a kind of like a harder bristled brush to do this, and wasn't really sure what I was doing at first. Admittedly, I don't think I've used this particular technique in a very long time, so it may not have turned out the way I wanted it first, but I end up working it out and it's fine. So just spattering the paint about. Maybe leaving a little parts here and there. Just kind of playing around with it. I'll leave that one off to the side, and then I can work on the other ones with that Waverly crimson for the bloody effect, I guess. One of my favorite-ish horror movies. Well, it's really not a horror movie to me, but is My Bloody Valentine 3D, because if anybody knows me knows I love Jensen Ackles, so these are literally the only reason I watch that movie. Otherwise, it's just campy and, you know, I don't know. What is your favorite horror movie? I want to know. Let me know in the comments what your favorite horror movies are. I have been a Stephen King fan my whole life. I've grown up on it. I've read it since I was a kid. Seen all the movies. And those don't even scare me in my opinion, but I love these. They look really cool. Just a different take on the ones that Daniela did. And yeah, I think I'll keep these out all year actually. And this last one, I was inspired by Sammy over at Unicorn Dust Designs, and I will show hers right here. So mine's going to be a bit different. I'm going to go ahead and paint my wood round with Waverly chalk paint in white, which I'm hoping I have enough to cover this because I'm almost out of it. So we'll go ahead and paint that. And now I'm going to use the Waverly chalk paint in Elephant. Oh, and this chippy brush so I can do some dry brushing, distressing on it. I don't know what happened with my video there. It was kind of weird. So I'm just very, very lightly. I'm really not that good at this, so I tend to screw it up more than I get it right. The very, very smallest amount, and I'm dipping it off or dabbing it off, and see, it was still a little heavier than I wanted. But that's what the rest of the white is for, because I can just cover that up. And I do that back and forth, going from the gray to the white, to give it the look that I'm looking for, which is just a subtle weathering of it. Now it's dry, and I'm going to apply my vinyl, and this is where I made mine different. I used red instead of pink, but I did use the same words, Hello Valentine. So we'll go ahead and cut that apart and weed it and apply it. All right, and there's that. And here's, well, this whole thing is basically a departure from Sammy's idea. I'm just kind of reimagining it, I guess. So my hearts are teeny tiny compared to the ones that she used on hers, and that's fine. I'm going to paint these pink, and I was going to use that polka dot ribbon, but I changed my mind. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint them pink, and I will hot glue them staggered like that and make a big bow for the top. So I'm using 2 different paints. I'm using, is it Apple Barrel? Yeah, I think so. Right. Paradise Pink and Vintage Victorian in the folk art chalk paint. I mixed the 2 together to get this really cute pink color. And that's where they're going to go. I'm just kind of getting an idea. Before I glue them down, I'm going to go ahead and put the big bow together for the top. And I'm going to use, I guess I'm showing I'm going to hot glue these down, but I'm going to make my bow first. It's going to be pretty big. Since my hearts are so tiny, I thought I could get away with a bigger bow. So I'm using just some buffalo check wired ribbon and some red satin ribbon and that black and white polka dot. Now, if you saw on Sammy's, she's got 2 teeny little bows on each of the hearts with a buffalo check ribbon, but my hearts are so small on here that I felt it would be better to incorporate that in a bigger bow at the top. So I'm just going to throw it together. And I'm not going to torture you with watching me try to figure out how I'm making this bow. I'm just going to go ahead and jump to that right now. So I've just dovetailed the ends. Go ahead and glue it down. It's kind of messy, but it's okay. I think it turned out okay. It's cute, so I'm fine with it. So I'm just going to go ahead and hot glue all this stuff together and put a hanger on the back, and then it'll be done. And just gluing this down. It's not quite like Sammy's, it's just my take on it, and I think it's pretty cute. It's going to be my Valentine door hanger. Let me know what you guys think of that in the comments below, and I will show the finished results of the other projects. Yeah, cute. And here's the final result of the heart garland. It's pretty much a mash of Jamie's version and the anthropologie version, and I think it turned out pretty cute. And the inspired by Daniela love signs. These will be perfect for tiered tray. I'm just gonna probably leave them up here on my little shelf. And my version of Sammy's Hello Valentine door hanger. I think this one turned out pretty cute too. If you haven't already, would you please consider subscribing? I'm so close to 1,000 subscribers and really love to be able to hit that goal by this weekend. Don't forget to check out my description box for Crafts with Ash link and a link to the playlist. Spread the YouTube goodness, like, comment, and subscribe on everybody else's videos too. Thank you guys so much for watching. Take care, y'all. Bye.